And Mark, there are reports tonight that Facebook has tentatively agreed to brief the House Judiciary Committee as early as tomorrow. This would not be formal testimony, but just an initial briefing as the demand for answers intensifies.
Tech leaders, it's time for them to step up and take this privacy and also the spread of disinformation and misinformation online serious.
Professor Jevin West of UW's Information School has made a career of studying data in the digital age. So here's what he would ask Facebook executives if they show up to testify on Capitol Hill.
I would want to know how many of your users are bots. And that's a hard question, but I think it's something that they should make a strong attempt to answer and try to make available to us. That could tell us a lot. I would also want to know when there's breaches like this, and they would probably not qualify this as a breach, but let's just, there was 50 million people's personal information was given to a company. In situations like this, I think the people that had their personal information breached they should know about it.
Well, I definitely think we need transparency.
Senator Maria Cantwell, in an interview today with the Washington Post, joined the growing calls by other lawmakers, both Democratic and Republican, to hear from Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg following allegations that data from tens of millions of user accounts was accessed by political data firm Cambridge Analytica.
I think that Mr. Zuckerberg should make himself available to discuss where technology is going in the future and discuss the challenges that we face in this realm and add to the debate, not be silent on it.
I mean, no business wants to be regulated, but the devices, these platforms, are so integral to how we function day to day and the decisions we make as a society in a democracy that I think, should be having those conversations. And the European Union is ahead on this particular issue.
While that very complicated conversation begins here, I asked Professor West what users can do to keep their information safe.
This is a really tough one because of the way that all the technology companies are integrated together and they share information. Yeah, and these apps one app links to another and they share information. It's very, very difficult. I think the best thing they can do is to turn off everything that shows location services. I think, make sure that you're, if you're not using an app, shut it off. Because we take on so many apps, shut down at least the ones you're not using, so people don't take that kind of information. I think have conversations with your public officials on how we can do better at protecting personal information.
Because this is an area that still needs work, clearly.
It needs so much work. And I don't think we as a society recognize how big of a problem it is in protecting people's personal information.
And another key point that Professor West raises, a lot of the information or data being harvested is being used to actually manipulate opinions, but there aren't the same political advertising rules on social media compared to traditional advertising like television ads. And that's another angle that lawmakers are currently talking about. We'll be posting more of our interview with Professor West online, king5.com.